Live from Los Angeles. Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. My heart couldn't be more full of love today. Look
at all these loves.
Wow, and Love Pets Photography is in the house. Welcome, Glenn and Coco. How are you today?
Thank you. Fantastic.
We get to meet your dog. Your dog wasn't at your studio the other day.
No, she wasn't. Normally she would be. She's there every day except for when we're super busy. But yeah.
So earlier in the show, we mentioned that we brought our little mascot Zoe in for a very special photo shoot with Glenn. So tell us about your studio.
Well, Love Pets Photography, look, really everything we do is about celebrating the love and connection pets bring to our lives. Just really celebrating the joy that people get from having these little bundles of fur in their lives. And at the same time, we use it to help animal welfare. We do a lot of projects throughout the year to raise funds for animal welfare and to photograph pets that are in shelters to hope, try and make them look as cute as possible and get adopted quicker. So that's really what we're about.
The studio is fantastic. We went in, it's
beautiful.
It's so cool, and I love how you guys don't just get the perfect shot, some glamour shot of the dog. We also have them in motion and kind of getting their personality, which is super cool.
And that's what it is. It's all about personality. I mean, look, you can go to a lot of places and get a beautiful photo of your dog, and we'll do that, but I think what we love about them is their personalities. What they bring to us, the cute, quirky things that make us laugh or cry. And they're the things that we want to capture because they're going to mean so much more to people when they see them on their walls and experience them.
So what's fascinating to me about dogs is that there's a personality that vibes with somebody. So Coco is a lab, I'm assuming.
Well, she's actually a cross Great Dane and Pointer.
Yeah, she does look like a bird, yeah. But it's funny because some people love big dogs, some people love small dogs. My sister loves the lab. She's been a lab person her entire life. I've been more of the small, kind of 20-pounder. So what do you find? Do you think that there's personality types that like particular dogs?
You know what? I think dogs
cool
take
people
on.
Like 20 dogs.
I think dogs take on the personality of. Well, I think it's more the energy. They're very perceptive and very intuitive, and I think they take on the energy of the people that they associate with.
It's really interesting in your story. You started with the people studio, right?
Yes, yeah, for about 20 years.
Traditional photography studio in Australia. How did that translate to pet photography?
Really, because of this one. We had dogs in the past, my wife and I, and we'd gone for about 3 or 4 years after they passed away. And at one point, my wife looked at me and said, "We need another dog." And I wasn't totally sold, I've got to admit, because we're pretty busy. But we thought, let's go for it. And part of it was talking to adoption centres. I heard lots of stories about it was either pets that had been given up because they were now old and a family's got a puppy and they didn't want it anymore. And I just thought that I just don't know how people can do that. And there was a lot of stories of abuse as well. So that was one thing that kind of really touched me. But when we brought her home, we live on the beach in Sydney and she'd never been to a beach before. So obviously the first thing we did was settle her in and take her to the beach. And she followed us along and then her feet hit the sand and all of a sudden she just froze. She didn't know what to make of this sort of alien feeling. So she kind of followed us. We encouraged her onto the beach and today it's one of her favourite places. But I guess it was just seeing that transition between this scared, uncertain being to someone that's just really full of energy, life, play, and is really confident. And it was one of those things where we thought, we have to do more to help animals that are in shelters find a new loving home. And this was kind of how we thought we could do that. We thought, we'll open a hobby studio, do some projects for shelters and for fundraising, but it just turned out that it was such a great idea that people loved and want to be a part of. I mean, we get people driving for 4 and 5 hours to come to the studio.
Yeah.
And a lot of that has to do with your energy and your personality, right? And it's incredible. Have you ever had a tough shoot or tough animals that could show up and it's just impossible?
Yeah, look, we've had all sorts of animals. I've photographed pet pigs, chickens, ducks, snakes. We've had a kangaroo in the studio in Australia.
I know. Kangaroo.
It was pretty wild. Most of it is dogs though. And I've never had a bad experience with a dog. I did have one attach itself to my butt one day. It jumped up and but lucky it was only a little one. It was a little chihuahua.
So at your studio, though, there's so much more happening than just the photography. So also yoga, right? With animals. Tell us about that.
Yeah, look, there is a yoga center next door, and last night we actually did have a bring your dog to yoga. So the owners were doing yoga with their dogs. And it was the funniest thing. I was looking out the window and they're trying to do yoga and the dogs are jumping up and licking their faces. People just rolling around laughing. So
that's so LA, right?
It is, yeah. And then they came in for a little shoot and we just gave them a little bit of a taster. Yeah.
Oh, and you have an exhibit coming up, right?
We do, which is also to do with animal welfare. So since we opened, we've been putting together an exhibition. The idea is people that want to be a part of an exhibition, they pay to come and have a photograph and be in the exhibition. It's $150, and then we donate that in full to Best Friends Animal Society. And so that's on the 15th of March. We're having the exhibition. I think we photographed about 130, 40 dogs for it, so it's been a pretty big project, and should be fun.
So fun.
So we had so much fun having the photo shoot with Zoe, and I would love to see some of the final photos of this sweet little angel that Glenn took. We have some we're going to show you right now.
You didn't go straight into the photo shoot. You kind of just play with her a little bit, give her some treats.
Well, like working with people, you have to build rapport. They've got to trust you enough to want to do what you want. I mean, there's no point trying to make them do something because then their ears going to be down, they're going to be scared. We want them to have fun, so it's rapport.
And you had the flash of lights too, like you wanted to get used to that before.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. How do you build? Go ahead.
I was just going to say, obviously Zoe was a natural. So, I mean, look at that. She's a natural born model. She's probably going to get an agent.
You mean you're not giving me all the credit?
Well, I'll give you some credit, but Zoe's just got it. She was born with it.
She's got that star quality.
Yeah, no, she is pretty cute.
What were you going to ask?
No, I was just wondering how you build that trust in the beginning. I know, you made a great point that you sort of build trust with animals the same way that you do with people. And what would you say?
I think it's how you show up.
Yeah.
It's the energy that you give to them. It's just trying to get them to like doing what you want them to do. Yeah, it's kind of like working with kids, really. Yeah, if you can get a child to do what you want it to do, or what I want it to do to be what it wants to do, is more like it, then you'll get whatever you want.
Right. And you got down on the ground with her. It was like you got your shoes on.
You're all in.
There, right?
You guys all in.
If I'm not covered in hair and drool by the end of the day, something's gone wrong.
So how can people find you? How can they get involved?
Yeah, well, we have a studio on La Cienega. It's in between Melrose Avenue and Melrose Place. So it's very easy to find. Our website is lovepetsphotography.com. So again, pretty easy. Go check out the website. There's a contact page. Leave some details there, give us a call. We'd love to have a chat with anyone that wants to come and celebrate their little fur baby's life and really honour what they bring to them.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for your service, for all you do, and your art. You know, we're all about showcasing people's dreams and their art, and what a great way of doing that and giving back. So thank you so much for everything.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, one thing, let me just, because this is really important to do with the rescue. The way we look at it is every 3 dogs we photograph, we save a dog's life. Because it tends to cost about $500 to rescue and rehome a dog. So for people out there thinking about it, if they're thinking, well, let's go and do it, then that's what they're contributing to.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here
No worries.
today. We really appreciate it. Stay tuned for more on Good Morning La La Land.